Most men don't realize they are living by someone else's rules until it's too late. They wake up one day and feel powerless, trapped in a cycle of seeking approval, over-explaining themselves, and bending to expectations that are not their own. They become supporting characters in a story they should be writing. If you've ever felt like you're constantly reacting instead of leading, like your emotions are dictated by the actions of others, it's time to take back control. A man who is truly in command of his life does not chase validation. He does not allow himself to be manipulated by attention, affection, or rejection. He does not let his purpose be dictated by the fleeting whims of others. Instead, he stands firm, anchored by his principles, and moves with conviction. His presence alone commands respect, not because he demands it, but because he has cultivated an unshakable foundation within himself. This is not about playing games or manipulating others. This is about breaking free from the illusion that your worth is determined by how others perceive you. A high-value man does not seek permission to exist in his own power. He does not compromise his integrity to maintain a relationship, nor does he allow his emotions to be controlled by anyone but himself. The moment you stop playing by their rules and start living by your own, everything changes. The path to becoming this man requires discipline, self-awareness, and the courage to walk away from anything that diminishes your value. It means embracing discomfort, standing firm in silence when words are unnecessary, and choosing purpose over temporary gratification. The world respects the man who refuses to be controlled, who holds his own regardless of circumstances. This is the foundation of true strength. If you're ready to stop being a pawn in someone else's game and reclaim your power, then this is your wake-up call. It's time to unlearn the habits that have kept you weak and replace them with the mindset of a man who is in control of his life. Not just in relationships, but in every aspect of his existence. Master these principles, and you won't need to break anyone else's ego. Your presence alone will be enough to shift the balance of power in your favor. The 7 rules to break her ego and build your own strength. Number 1. Stop seeking validation. A man who needs approval loses power. Every time you seek validation, you surrender control. When you ask, "Did I do something wrong?" or anxiously wait for a reply, you communicate one thing: my self-worth depends on your opinion. A high-value man does not need external confirmation, he decides his own value. Women, like all people, sense when a man needs approval, and they instinctively respect the one who does not. True strength comes from moving forward regardless of praise or criticism. Stand firm, trust yourself, and let the world adjust to you, not the other way around. Number 2. Master the art of silence. Control the conversation without saying a word. Most men rush to explain themselves, to fill awkward silences, to prove their point. But silence is a weapon few know how to use. When you remain calm in the face of accusations, drama, or manipulation, you signal unshakable confidence. A man who doesn't feel the need to justify himself commands attention. People lean in when he speaks because his words are rare and deliberate. Let others talk, let them over-explain, while you maintain the power of silence. Number 3. Build an irresistible life. Become a man that no one can ignore. A man whose world revolves around a woman is a man who has lost himself. Women are drawn to purpose-driven men, those who are building, creating, striving for more. Stop chasing her attention and start chasing your highest potential. Spend your time improving yourself, mastering a skill, developing your mind and body. When your life is exciting, filled with meaning, you won't need to seek attraction, it will naturally come to you. While others wait for approval, you will be the man who moves forward, regardless of who notices. Number 4. Set boundaries like a king, respect yourself first, or no one else will. A high-value man never tolerates disrespect. He does not plead for respect, he demands it through action. Women test men, consciously or unconsciously, to see where their limits are. If you allow yourself to be treated as an afterthought, you train people to see you as disposable. Setting boundaries isn't about controlling others, it's about defining your own worth. When someone crosses a line, you don't need to argue or explain, just walk away. A man who respects himself first will always be respected by others. Number 5. Detach emotionally, control your feelings, control the situation. Emotions are powerful, but when left unchecked, they make men weak. Most men react impulsively to rejection, disrespect, or the fear of being alone. A Stoic man understands that his emotions are his to master. He does not beg, he does not plead, he does not let someone else's mood dictate his peace. Women respect men who remain steady in the face of chaos. When you detach from emotional dependency, you become untouchable, calm, composed, and always in control of yourself. Number 6. Be unapologetically authentic, stop trying to fit in, start standing out. Most men try too hard to be liked. They soften their opinions, hesitate to speak their mind, and mold themselves to fit what they think a woman wants. But a man who stands firm in his beliefs, who does not shift with the wind, commands respect. Women may disagree with him, but they will admire his certainty. A high-value man does not ask, "Will she like me?" He asks, "Am I being true to myself?" And that authenticity is more powerful than any attempt to please. Number 7. Break free from your own ego, master yourself, and you master the world. The ultimate battle is not with others, it is within yourself. Weak men are ruled by their egos, constantly trying to prove their worth, win arguments, and control outcomes. A truly powerful man has nothing to prove. He is calm in the face of insults, unshaken by criticism, and uninterested in meaningless power struggles. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. When you break free from ego-driven reactions, you rise above the petty games others play. You become the man who does not chase power, because he already owns it within himself. A high-value man does not break a woman's ego to control her, he does it by refusing to be controlled himself. The moment you stop seeking approval, start living with purpose, and enforce your own boundaries, the entire dynamic shifts. Women and the world alike will recognize your strength, not because you demand it, but because you embody it. A man who does not control himself will always be controlled by others. This is the hard truth that most refuse to face. The world rewards those who lead and dismisses those who follow blindly. If you constantly seek approval, if you tolerate disrespect, if you place others above your own purpose, you have already surrendered your power. And the moment you surrender, you become disposable. The path of a high-value man is not about arrogance or domination, it is about mastery. Mastery over your mind, your emotions, your actions. The moment you break free from the need for validation, when you stop playing the game and start writing your own rules, everything shifts. You become the man who does not chase, because he is already moving forward. You become the man who does not beg for attention, because his presence commands it. You become the man who does not fear loss, because he knows his own worth. The world will test you. Women will test you. Life itself will throw challenges at you, trying to see if you will bend, if you will break. A weak man folds under pressure. A strong man remains unmoved. This is the essence of Stoicism, not detachment from life, but dominance over your own mind. The man who is ruled by impulse is a slave. The man who masters himself is free. Look at your life right now. Where are you giving your power away? Where are you seeking validation instead of standing firm? Where are you allowing emotions to dictate your choices? Identify these weaknesses and cut them out. This is not a suggestion, it is a necessity. Because a man who does not take control of his life will wake up one day and realize he has been nothing more than a supporting character in someone else's story. Start today. Speak less, observe more. Set boundaries and enforce them without apology. Focus on your purpose with unshakable discipline. Let go of the need to prove yourself to anyone but yourself. The world respects the man who respects himself first. Lead with strength, and everything else will follow. If you've made it this far, you already know the truth: strength is not given, it is earned. A man who seeks validation will always be controlled by those he chases. A man who stands firm in his purpose will always be the one others gravitate toward. The choice is yours: remain in the cycle of insecurity, or break free and become the kind of man who commands respect without ever having to demand it. The journey doesn't end here. Mastering yourself is a lifelong pursuit, and every day presents a new opportunity to sharpen your mind, discipline your actions, and strengthen your presence. If you're ready to elevate yourself, join a community of men who refuse to settle. Subscribe to Ultimate Stoicism and surround yourself with knowledge, wisdom, and the mindset that separates the extraordinary from the average. Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. What rule spoke to you the most? What change will you make today? Your words matter, and your growth starts with a single decision. Hit the like button, subscribe, and take ownership of your life. Greatness is not for the passive. It is for the men who dare to claim it.